Hytale is back, and I am so here for it. I've been praying for this game to come back for years, and I am so happy to finally see it happening. There have been videos popping up on my feed left, right, and center of people's excitement for Hytale returning, so I check. I look up their YouTube channel, and lo and behold, 3 new videos posted as of recording this right now. We've got cinematic footage, we've got 16 minutes of gameplay, which is just mind-boggling that it's come this early, and we've got a glorious video showing off the capabilities of its built-in animation editor. Some of the stuff that I've seen here literally has the potential to change the gaming industry as a whole. There's so much to unpack here, so let's just get into it. So I've seen posts from other YouTubers talking about how the game's actually going to be $20, which, oh my god, that's unheard of in this day and age. Like, considering there's a cost of living crisis going on, and the game companies seem to be getting greedier and greedier with the money that they're taking. Oh no! Really, really refreshing to see a game be released for $20 in this era, you know, as well as having all the features that it's going to have that I'm going to talk about later in the video. The combat in this game looks like it flows really, really nicely. The enemies actually have tactical movements built into them. So, for example, if you start attacking something that has like a sword and a shield, they'll actually like block you and try and stab at you while you are trying to attack them, which I think that is really cool. Then you've got other enemies, like a skeleton with a bow and arrow, that as you start attacking it, it'll run away from you and then try and get like some high ground or like further distance so it can shoot you without getting attacked. That's awesome. There's not very many games that do that, so that is really cool. From what I've seen, it looks like there might also be some other enemies that like sort of attack in like a group, which kind of forces you to go and like take the high ground and try and shoot with an arrow, or to use some of like your abilities and focus on like a lot more blocking and being more defensive than offensive, which I think it's stuff like that that makes a game feel so refreshing for like years to come. I've also seen as well that in the bottom right corner of the screen, there is like there's these abilities. So it looks like some kind of like weapon specific ability, or maybe it's just something that you can unlock yourself for your own character. But either way, it's so nice to see that like the weapons are not just weapons. There's like extra shit that you can do with them. The world of Hytale, it genuinely looks so beautiful. Like, I cannot wait to go exploring around this world. They have added so many beautiful features to this game. There's loads of different lighting. Everything's so colourful. Like, I've noticed that there's not just green trees like in Minecraft. Whereas in this game, it's like you're seeing like full-on blue trees. There's like pink underground trees. I've noticed like there's obviously your classic like oak trees and stuff, but just the trees alone look really colourful, so I can't imagine how the rest of the world's going to be. Like underground, there's like huge like blue crystals, pink crystals, orange crystals, like there's loads of different colours of things. It makes the game feel so alive. The gameplay though, it does look a little darker than I would like it to, but I'm assuming that they specifically wanted the game to look quite moody. And the FOV as well, like it feels very zoomed in, so I hope that there's like an FOV slider so you can make the game feel like you can see more. The world as well looks really tall. Like I saw some of the mountains, they look like they are way higher than what you'd be used to. So I'm wondering if maybe they have like a way higher world height than what we're used to with something like Minecraft. Either way, having such a tall world naturally makes you see more of the world around you, which means you take in more of its beauty, as well as you get more opportunities to see things in the distance and like go and explore. So having a taller world is great for exploration. I think that's awesome. That's really good. I did notice some quality of life things like the torch in the offhand, allowing you to still chop down a tree whilst like keeping the area lit up. As well as when you chop all of the trees down at the bottom, the whole tree actually comes down and you're left with just a stump, which is pretty realistic and I like that. As well as one thing that I noticed as well, which is the craftable teleports. The fact that they just have like waypoint systems built into the game from the get-go means that you're gonna love exploring. Backtracking can feel like a really tedious part of gaming. So I think having something like a built-in teleport is really, really useful. It will help make exploration continue to stay fun. On top of the quality of life things, seeing all of like the built-in features that they've got is mind-boggling. Like the game without these features would already be an incredible game, but they've gone above and beyond. They've added a built-in animation software, so you can animate any of the mobs, any of the characters, as well as make your own textures and your own assets to bring them into the game, so that you can make your own enemies, you know, your own characters, your own NPCs. That's awesome! And then not only that, on top of that, they've got a world generation editor as well, so you can mess around with the tools of how the world generates. And then they even have like a world edit / Axiom style terrain editor. That's going to be huge for the modding community, because there's going to be tons of people making like adventure maps inspired by other games like Zelda, for example. And to be honest, because of how easy it looks, I'm probably going to end up making stuff myself. Okay, so here is where it gets juicy. Minecraft, a game that has been released for 15 years, has never had a direct competitor. There has not been a single game that has been relevant enough to go toe-to-toe with it. And I think that this is the first game that's going to do that, which is actually going to be such a healthy thing for Mojang, because Hytale, not only is it going to achieve a lot of what Minecraft already does, but it is going to exceed it, because there's so many extra features that they are giving to the people that are going to be playing the game, that it's going to have way better mod support. There's going to be more players that actually are going to spend time making mods for it, which means that the modding community is going to be even larger for Hytale than it is for Minecraft. The game is literally cheaper. They're going to give people who make mods more money in the marketplace, which will make them want to transition from Minecraft to Hytale. As well as just the game does a better job at being Minecraft. Being able to build a sideways slab, something that people have been asking Mojang to do for the longest time, and they keep saying no for whatever reason, and they've done it quite easily in Hytale. You know, something that everybody wants, which means that builders will be more excited to go try out Hytale's building system, because they know that they can build with more freedom. That's why I think Hytale is going to be such a huge thing for the gaming industry. Gamers, we just got so lucky. We got so lucky just now. I cannot wait to see what they do in the future. Another important thing is you're not subscribed, so do it. You don't actually have to. But right, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.